I am a makeup artist for film and television, and we are in Tinsley Effects Studio. I went to a makeup effects school, and there were 4 courses, and the first one was life casting, which is kind of how you do your teeth at the dentist with an alginate. Then I took a sculpting class, a mold making class, and a foam running class, and you kind of got the basics down to go out into the world and try your skills. The art classes plus the makeup effects classes kind of helped me to just get my foot in the door with kind of as a beginner. It takes an artist to do not only the basic physical part of it, which is like the head casting, but the sculpture, it's like fine art. You know, it's just this to make things look so realistic, to make gorillas and people and fake heads, and everything has to look very authentic. And so that is a fine art right there in the sculpture. And then, you know, doing molds is a whole nother process. Running foam is a whole science. And then, of course, when you come to application of doing prosthetics on the actual person, it's a whole thing of blending the edges and creating a whole paint job to make sure that it looks realistic. And then there's hair work involved, sometimes teeth and contact lenses. There's a lot that goes into makeup effects. I do a lot of beauty work, and that consists of everything from natural beauty to high glamour to, you know, character stuff. I work on the TV show Glee, and we do a lot of really fun vintage makeups like Madonna, and we're just recently, last year we did Lady Gaga, which was really crazy makeups. We did a tribute to Michael Jackson's Thriller video, which was all some really crazy beauty makeups that also looked character driven, which were kind of scary beauty makeups. So I do a lot of different types of beauty, as well as doing a lot of effect stuff. I do a lot of prosthetic work. I did Nip Tuck, and I did an old age episode of Nip Tuck where everybody aged 20 years. I've been doing effects probably longer than I've been doing beauty makeup, but I do everything. I lay beards, I do scars and cuts and bruises and appliances and everything. Some of the projects I've worked on in my 25-year career, I worked for Clint Eastwood quite a few times. I did Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, Flags of Our Fathers, Letters from Iwo Jima. I did Jingle All the Way. I did Eat, Pray, Love, Whip It, My Sister's Keeper. And most recently I worked on, I just helped out a friend of mine on Larry Crown, which is a Tom Hanks film. So I've worked on about 80 projects in my career. I also did a really challenging makeup effect on Cameron Diaz for My Sister's Keeper. And she has to try and encourage her child who has leukemia, has like leukemia, and she's in bed and she doesn't want to get out of bed. And her daughter has a bald head from the chemotherapy, and so she decides that she'll shave her head in order to encourage her child to kind of get up and get going. So we had this shot of Cameron Diaz with a silicone bald cap with hand-punched hair all in it, just like her hairstyle, and she shaves it off on camera. And we had one shot at it. So it was, you know, we put the piece on and she shaved it off on camera. It worked great, but it's one of those things where you're just like, oh my God, let it work the first time. And it did, and it looked amazing. Makeup artistry is definitely part of being an artist. It is constantly changing skin tones for lighting purposes, making complementary colors come out more, recede more. You know, if there's a certain type of lighting that's going on, you have to know the colors to emphasize in order to create like a bruise or a cut, knowing what kind of color of fake blood is going to look right on camera. Everything is all about color. Art brings joy to everybody, and it brings, and it also helps you fulfill a side to yourself that you might be expressing anger or joy or sadness, and it helps you to get those feelings out onto paper or clay or faces, to transfer those type of things to people, and to have people see what you love and your passion.